Five things every leader must do to succeed. Everything rises and falls on leadership. The level and the degree of success in any endeavor cannot be separated from leadership. First, self-leadership, and secondly, the leadership of others. So, to succeed in self-leadership and in leading others successfully, one must do these things. Number one, solve problems. Solve problems. The quickest way to gain leadership is through solving problems. Leadership is all about solving problems, solving people's problems, solving the problem that we can encounter on the earth. And the truth is, we will always have problems. There will always be problem. We can't do without it. As long as the earth remains, there will be problem. So every one of us on the earth, everybody listening to me now, I want you to know that you are born to solve a particular problem. So you step into the shoe of leadership that you are born to step into when you discover that problem that you are born to solve, and you spend the rest of your life solving the problem. Now, have you ever wondered why two people will start a business the same day, with the same capital, in the same environment? They both have the same 24 hours, and one will end up succeeding and the others will end up in failure. The answer to that is leadership. The ability of that person to creatively and innovatively solve people's problems. The degree, the level of the success of a leader cannot be separated from his ability to get people's problems solved. Human beings, every individual, the kind of life that you are experiencing now, whether things are hard for you, whether you categorize yourself amidst the masses, the poor, why you are living that kind of life now is because you are not solving the problem that you are born to solve. People will not give you their money on a platter of gold. They won't. The only thing that can make people to give you their hard-earned money is you solving their problem. So the degree, the level to which you get people's problems solved is directly proportional to the level of your success, to the level of your wealth. A company, an organization, a family can never be greater than the level of problem the leader of that company, of that organization is willing to solve. So a leader can be said to be successful to the level that he can get others to be successful, and also helping them to solve their problem. No, people, they have problems. And the problem of people is because they don't know that they have problem. So the problem is not the problem. The problem is that people don't know that they have a problem. And those that come to terms with the truth, with the fact that they have a problem, they don't even know what their problem really is. So you will be successful as a leader if you can get others to the point that they will realize what their problem or their problems are, and you get them to the point that they can solve that problem. One of the problem of people is that they don't even know what they are supposed to do. They don't know. So if you will be successful as a leader, you help people, you tell them, you teach them, you open their eyes to what they are supposed to do. Those that even know that, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do, they don't know how to do it. So as a leader, you've got to open their eyes to the how behind that thing they are supposed to do. And those that even know how to do it, they don't know why they should do it. So as a leader, you help in demystifying people's problem by opening their eyes to what they are supposed to do, teaching them how to do it, and giving them a strong why they should do that thing. And those that know what they are supposed to do, they know how to do it, they know why they should do it. There are obstacles, there are barriers that looks beyond their control. So you as a leader, you help them to get those obstacles, those barriers out of the way. I'm not saying that you will be spoon feeding them. I mean, you get them to the point that they will be able to face the problem of their life head on. That's how a leader can be successful, because as a leader, you need people. You need people, you need other people's time, you need other people's money, you need other people's talent, you need other people's experience, you need them. And for them to be able to submit their time, their talent, their money, everything they have to you, to serve your own vision, your own God-given vision, they must know that you must have answers to all their questions. They must know that you have solutions to all their problems. So as a leader, you help people in solving their problems. So you've got to tell them that their problem is not bigger than them. That whatsoever they are facing now is not bigger than them. That they can handle it, that they can control it, that they can solve the problem. And if they can solve that problem, at the door of wealth, of riches, of influence will be opened unto them. So as a leader, you teach them to see their problem the right way. You teach them how they should see their problem. You teach them that their problem is not their problem. That their problem is they are not seeing their problem the way they should see it. Now I always tell people that when problem comes to you, you don't cry and throw a pity party and now you begin to distribute prayer points here and there. I have no issue with that. It's a good thing when people pray for you, but you face the problem head on. In fact, God himself up there will be saying, okay, why is this person disturbing him? When I send him problem for him to solve so that his doors can open, and you are begging me to take the problem that you are meant to solve. So when you are faced with problem, face it head on. I'm telling you, that's not the time to be downcast. That's not the time to be saying, hey, my life is finished. Your life is not finished. In fact, your life is just starting. Anytime a problem knocks at the door of your life, that is a new beginning for you. I was facing right now, I have a problem in my life, I have a problem in my family, and somebody called me and said, John D, what's happening to you? Why does it look as if you're not concerned? Why does it look as if you're not this? You are even posting status. And I was laughing. And what did you expect me to do? You expect me to be crying, to be whining over something that comes and is the way it came, that's how it's going to go. And you want me to kill myself before the time that the breakthrough will eventually come? Who does that? It's not done. See, your problem is not your problem. You've got to see your problem the right way. And as a leader, that's what you should help people to do. Teach them to see their problem. Teach them to know that the problem has not come to destroy them but to make them stronger. Teach them that the problem they are facing will open to them opportunities. We give unto them the key of wealth. We give unto them experience that they will use in helping others to also solve their problems. So a leader can only be successful to the extent at which he is willing to get problems solved. He will be successful to the extent that he can help others to realize what their problem really is and also teach them, inspire them to solve their problem. And number 2, the second thing that a leader must do to succeed is he must cultivate good attitude. Good attitude. Attitude is the most important thing to a leader. Attitude is more important than facts. Attitude is more important than knowledge, what you know. Attitude is even more important than what you've experienced in the past, what you've passed through in the past. Yes, you have been rejected. Yes, you are dejected. Yes, you've been disappointed. Yes, things are not working for you in the past. Yes, see, the kind of attitude you have now is more important than your past. In fact, your attitude is more important than your education. It's more important because for you to really do well in school, you've got to have the right attitude. The right attitude, because things will happen. Life will throw at you darts. Life will throw at you arrows. It will come. Wind will blow. Rain will fall. Flood will come. But your attitude is what that will make you to still be standing. There will always be flood. There will always be wind. There will always be storm. As long as the earth remains, there will be storm. But what that will keep you is the strength of your attitude. So your attitude is more than your education. In fact, attitude is more than money. Your attitude is more than the circumstances surrounding you. Your attitude is more than your failures. Because show me a man that has never failed before, and I will show you a man that has never tried anything worthwhile, and I will show you a man that will never be great in life. Any man that is not willing to face dejection, that is not willing to face problem, to handle it and learn how to fail forward, that person can never be great. Take a look at those people that okay, these people, they are great. See, they have on them their scars they have to show for their success. So your attitude is more important than the circumstances surrounding you. Your attitude is more important than what people think or say about you. Your attitude is more important than your appearance. No, your attitude has more to do than your giftedness. That's more to do than your skills. Because attitude can make or break a company. So as a leader, you've got to cultivate positive and good attitude. So I will open the studio line now. You can call in to share your comments. You can call in to share your views on the topic of this course. I'm sharing with you 4 things every leader must do to succeed. And this is the studio line that you can call to 08141326576. 08141326576 or 070-522-92260. So a good leader must cultivate good attitude. For a leader to be successful and for him or her to continue to be successful, is he or she has got choices to make on a daily basis, and that choice is to embrace positive attitude every day. Embrace positive attitude every day. Every good leader must be enduring, must be able to persevere, because a lot we want to go against the vision, a lot we want to come against what that person is set out to do, what that person is set out to achieve. So the person must be patient. And it will not just work out boom, you start today and the things we just begin to fall into place. No, it's not done that way. Your patience will be tested. Thanks, Mommy Fati, for your contribution on the program. So you can also call in to study in 08141326576. So leadership has less to do with the position than it does to the disposition. your attitude, your view, your perspective on what that is facing you. And why a leader must cultivate good attitude is because those people that are looking up to you, those people that are following you, your attitude will rub out on them. To rub out on them, take for example the father of the house. The storm was raging in the family, and the man is caught off guard and is angry at God, angry at life, angry at everybody. The thing will rub out on the wife. The wife also will take it out on the children, and before you know it, the peace will be suspended in that home. So, and that's why the leader must see every day, what he must seek to do is to embrace positive attitude, to always hold everything that is coming to him or her in good faith. So you must have a positive attitude. My father of blessed memory, I remember when I was in 200 level, so I said to him, Dad, I want to be talking on the radio. At first I thought that he's going to discourage me, he's going to say, oh, you cannot do it, oh, it's not possible, oh, don't even try it, nobody has done that before. See, you have studied civil engineering, you have no knowledge of mass communication. But instead of that, because he has a positive attitude, he knew I could do it. He said, John, see, go right ahead, go ahead with it, I trust you can do it. That doeth good to my mind, even more than medicine, that he could trust me. He was able to encourage me because he has a positive attitude. Those people that have a negative attitude in life say, you better keep your mouth shut. You that don't even know how to speak English, how will you now? But he didn't say anything of such. He rather encouraged me that I can do it. And you know what? Faith, rose on my inside. And I begin to work on myself, begin to work on my English. It's still not perfect, but I am better than what it used to be. So as a leader,